Hello guys.
Hi everybody.
We are back. I feel like our heads.
Yeah, our heads are
Or like me have to duck down to see.
You want tighten, man.
Want tighten. Hold on people, hold on. Production have fixed the product. Alright. Oh, no. Sorry.
Hi everybody.
Hi guys.
We're happy to be back again to share with you more information on immigration. The sun is in my face. I don't have my shades.
That helps?
Not really. So we're going to just talk about the Provincial Nominee program and just try to give you information about that as simply as possible.
Simple, quick, easy information. Let me just preface this video by saying we will not be going in depth with any of the information right now. What we're going to do, we're just going to be telling you about 4 provinces across Canada that you can apply to their PNP, Provincial Nominee Program. And that program is one of, if not the best, guaranteed way to get you your permanent residency in Canada.
It is after 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. and the sun is just hitting like it's midday. But this is what spring is like in BC.
Yep.
The Provincial Nominee Program, I'm sure you've heard about it before.
Some persons might.
It's PNP. It's a program that allows provinces to nominate persons with the skills they need for the labor market. It's pretty much based on labor market demand, and provinces select foreign workers based on their skills and how much those skills fit into the demands of the province. Right? Before we get into it though, I want to remind you that the official website to go on to check on immigration matters is canada.ca or cic.gc.ca. Start there, go nowhere else. Those are the official websites for the Canadian government. As well, I have prepared a little book. It's called Immigrating to Canada, Prepare for Change. It is on Amazon, ebook and paperback. And going forward, I'll be decreasing the price of the ebook for a limited time, and I will let you know when that is. Stay tuned for when that promotion will happen. That book I prepared based on our experience as immigrants and from our experience working in employment services in British Columbia. We've gotten a lot of insight and knowledge of how the whole immigration and employment services and labor market works.
Right.
So we prepared that book based on experience and knowledge. Get it on Amazon. It's fantastic help for those who are preparing to come to Canada.
All right, so back to our main topic of the Provincial Nominee Program. Just to add, with this program, now a lot of persons, let me back up a little bit. I feel like a lot of persons think only of the school route when they come into Canada.
Yeah, most persons, because it's easy, right?
It's the easiest, and I think also a lot of persons don't know of the other ways of coming to Canada. And that's one of the reasons we wanted, or one of the, if not the main reason we wanted to bring you this information. Now with the Provincial Nominee Program, you get 600 once you have been accepted and the province nominates you to get your permanent residency. You automatically get 600 points added to whatever points you would have already had when you go into the express entry pool, right? Which push you to the top. I can tell you because we did it and we literally got pushed to the top within no time. We got a ITA, which is invitation to apply for our permanent residency. So I know for a fact that it works. No, there are only 4 provinces to our knowledge at this very moment that we know that you are able to apply to these provinces in your country. So you don't need to have any form of attachment. You don't need to work here before. You don't need to go to school. You don't need to have a family member. nothing, absolutely nothing you need prior to, in terms of having anything to do with Canada before coming here. Now, Baby's going to take it from here and highlight those 4 provinces. We want to do another video, if you guys need it, that will really go into each province and what those steps will look like.
All right, so one thing you should bear in mind when going through the Provincial Nominee program is that you still need to create an express entry profile, right? So the website I just gave you, you still need to go on there. It's free, so you go on there and you create an express entry profile. You will still need to do that, right? Because they will still select you from the express entry pool. The 4 provinces that make it a bit easier for their provincial nominee program are Nova Scotia, Ontario, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. And usually I call those provinces a lot because there are also provinces, except Ontario, of course, that are more affordable to live, right? The cost of housing is lower, and their taxes are lower as well, of course. So BC and Ontario, of course, are more expensive, but Ontario is on the list of those provinces that allow you to apply through their provincial nominee program prior to coming to Canada. For Nova Scotia, they allow you to get into their PNP pool without completing your express entry profile, right? So it's easy. While you're creating your express entry profile, you can go ahead and apply for their provincial nominee program, right? So the downfall with Nova Scotia in their provincial nominee program is that they don't share the national occupational codes that they are targeting. Nova Scotia has a lower cost of living, as I mentioned before. So it's a good province to look at if you want to move to Canada to work. Good. Now for Ontario, you have to have a specific number of points in the comprehensive ranking system, the CRS system, of 400 or more, right? So they are stricter. Why is Ontario stricter? Because the majority of foreigners target Ontario to move to. That's just the reality of it. Yeah. Most people who are moving to Canada want to go to Ontario. And they want to go to Toronto and that surrounding area, that metro area, right? So they make it a little bit more tedious to select the right person. So they share the occupations that they are targeting, right? So that's the major difference there.
Each province has its own unique name for their provincial nominee
The
program.
beauty about this is the information we're sharing are on those websites. So as we give you information, you go on those websites, canada.ca, you type those in, and it will come up, and you will read it and see if it's something that you want to. Does it fit you? Is it somewhere you want to go, right? Again, I would advise persons to put Ontario at the bottom of the list, simply because of the cost of living there, right? Then you have Alberta. Alberta is fast becoming one of the preferred provinces because of the cost of living, cost of childcare, and increasing opportunities in entrepreneurship, right? So persons who are entrepreneurial minded, Alberta is really a great province to look at, right? Please remember, if you're coming to Canada to work, the first thing that you need to do is create your express entry profile, right? Very important. And candidates can still get an invitation to apply for permanent residence with a score of 300. So they have a lower score than Ontario, and it's more attractive for persons who want a less tedious route to come to Canada.
They have the lowest score actually of all the 4 provinces that we'll be mentioning today.
I mean, it's a good place to start if you haven't come to Canada yet, right? Once you settle in Canada, it may not be somewhere you want to move to so quickly, because you settle where you are and you like where you are. But for starters, it's a good one to look at. Then we have Saskatchewan.
That's my personal favorite.
It's a large province. We have a couple of friends that live there. Saskatchewan, of course, you know, and as you look at where you want to settle, also check the climate in the different seasons. There are 4 distinct seasons. Underline the word distinct, right? And those provinces like Alberta and the Saskatchewan, they have really cold winters. Okay? Not to get scared, they have the clothes to match. So you put on your warm clothes and you go out and do your work and thing, but bear that in mind.
Not the
right?
clothes to match.
Um,
Why I say Saskatchewan is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, on the list. They actually have a specific area for persons who are outside of the country. So while the other provinces, it's very general and you do have access to be able to apply while you're in a different country, with Saskatchewan, they have a specific area carved out for international skill workers, which I think is just beautiful, because that means they are deliberate in targeting international persons, which means it makes it a lot easier for you to be able to get through, and their process is kind of more straightforward.
Straightforward, but the occupation you want to get into, you have to have at least 1 year of work experience in that field, right? So you will see that different provinces has different things that they will focus on. One will focus on points, another one will focus on occupation, another one will focus on work experience. So based on the province that you choose, then it will change from province to province, right? So that, in a nutshell, is what we want to tell you about the PNP, Provincial Nominee Program. Now, of course, we will share more, and as Tash mentioned before, what you need to know, let us know, and we will share that with you, right?
And we asked this, guys, because it's a lot of information to
Yeah.
comb through, a
Yeah.
lot. So we don't want to just be making videos for the sake of making it. We want to make videos, intentional videos that you guys can use as a resource to help with the process of coming to Canada.
Yeah.
With the 4 provinces that we just mentioned as provinces that you can apply to directly to come to Canada outside of the school route. If it is that you are interested in finding out more about these provinces and what the steps look like, we can dedicate 4 different videos, and go through the steps with you. Probably have it on the screen or something, go through the steps of what it will look like. In the meantime, we are going to drop a link below this video where you can go ahead and do a preliminary check to see what your potential score will look like. That will also give you an idea of what your CRS.
The beautiful thing is they will give you a little wizard, and eligibility wizard you can just answer to see where you stand
Right.
before you apply. And all the information you need is there, right? We won't be able to give you everything on here, of course, but
We'll drop the links to all 4 PNP programs for each province that we mentioned also.
and as you plan to come to Canada, again, let me remind you, you need to have proof of funds that you can take care of yourself and your family. Proof of funds, we mentioned that in
the
a
last
previous
video.
video. You can check that video out,
In the last
right?
video.
It's also on the website, canada.ca. Just type that in the search bar and make sure you get the figures right. Okay, so you know what you need to show in your bank account when you're coming to Canada, depending on how many persons are coming in the family, right? That is very important. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're
What
on
are the
LinkedIn.
handles though?
But
What are the handles? What's your handle on IG?
David Lowe,
I am Tashalo on IG, or Culture Jamaican.
it's my real name on Facebook as well.
Babe, that's my real name.
So you can send us a DM and we'll respond to you. And look out for more. I mean, this one was specifically for PNP. And you might want to ask, which province should I start with? Well, for me, this is my recommendation: Alberta, Nova Scotia, Saskatchewan, Ontario is number 4.
In that order.
Why in that order? Because Ontario is the most expensive province of those 4. Ontario and British Columbia are now on par in terms of cost of living. So bear that particular bit in mind, especially if you're coming with family. And those of you coming with children, you need to find a school for your child and get an acceptance letter, because your child will also need to apply for a work permit, or you will need to apply for a work permit for your child. Not a work permit. Why did I say work permit?
A study permit.
A study permit for your child to go to school in Canada. Don't forget, because they will refuse the application for that child if that is not done.
And it can be difficult. So guys, I recommend as much as possible, try and connect. And that's also why we do this video. Try and connect with persons who are here. If we know anyone in other provinces that you're going, we'll do our best to try and connect you with them. It's really good to have someone on the ground. And with school, it's kind of tricky too, because you need to show proof of address, because you can't just send your child to any school. It needs to be in the district where you live. So yeah, that's a bit tricky, but there are ways to work around it.
And that's why we share these things, to help you plan that move from your country to Canada.
We didn't tell them where we were today.
Oh, well,
we didn't go far. We're in our community.
We live in this community.
We're in the park.
It's called
community.
Dufferin Park.
Funny enough, we're actually at the school.
At an elementary school. Behind us is elementary school. This is their playground.
Guess no? Oh my gosh. So we are in our community. Just give you a... Ooh, that's a school behind me. So we didn't go far today. Yeah, that's probably a better view. Babe, what's the name of the community? What's the name of this park?
Dufferin Park.
Oh, you remember this one?
That is Douglas Elementary, and the community is Douglas.
All right. So again, thanks for hanging out with us, for listening to the information. Until next time, we will see you. Say bye, honey. Peace.